Welcome to this video. I'm teacher Mark from Kangaroo Study, and for this video, we're going to cover the PSLE past paper solution, year 2016, paper 1, question 22, which is a travel problem. So before we doing that question, let's try to revise how to solve the travel problem. So inside the travel problem, we have three mean values, which is distance, speed, and time. So starting out from the distance, what are the units for distance? Oh, the first one, which is kilometers, which represent as km, and next we'll be having meters, and smaller unit we have centimeters. So that are the common use unit for distance. How about time? So time, the common use unit for time is hour, minutes, and also second. So that's distance and time. How about the speed? So the most common use for speed is kilometers per hour, meters per minute, meters per second, and also the fourth one will be centimeter per second. So these four are the common use, but actually we have more units in speed. So what does it mean by the speed? So from the kilometers per hour, we can understand in this way so that how many kilometers I can travel in 1 hour. So that means the speed actually means the distance traveled per unit time. For example, 1 hour travel how many distance, 1 minute travel how many distance, 1 second travel how many distance. And then another way of saying, the speed can also refers to how fast or slow an object moves. So by understanding what does it mean by the speed, so let's try to find out how we can find these values. For example, we list down the speed, time, and distance. If we have an object moving at the speed of 4 kilometers every hour, and he will travel for 3 hours. So how can we find the distance? See, we can actually understand this in another way so that the speed give us, he can run every hour, he will move 4 kilometers. Every hour 4 kilometers. So during the 3 hour, how many distance? So 4 times 3, we get 12 kilometers. So in that case, speed do what to time to give us distance? Yes, we get this equation. So speed times time to give us distance. Next, what happens if we have these two values? For the time duration, we need to spend 10 seconds to travel a total of 15 meters. So how we can get a speed that he traveled in 1 second? See, we are finding in 1 second. So basically, we use the 50, do what to the 10 to find out the 1 second? Yes, divide. So 15 divided by 10, we get 5 meters per second. And the unit meter per second. So actually we can use the distance divided by the time to give us speed. So that's the second equation. How about this time? This time we know the speed is 100 meters per minute and the distance we need to travel is total 200 meters. So how do you find the time? See, we can actually think of it this way. So in 1 minute, you can travel 100 meters. So 1 minute, 100 meters, second minute, another 100 meters. So total how many meters? 200 meters. So what should be the time? Yes, it should be 200 divided by 100 give us 2 minutes. And then we get the third equation. So distance do what to speed to give us time? Yes, it's nothing but divide. So distance divided by the speed to give us time. So from these three equations, what we can get is that if we know any of the two values among the three, we can get the third one is what we call as know two get one. And then how we can memorize all three equations? Here is a famous triangle that we have the D represent distance at the top, and below we have speed and time using S and T to represent. So how we can use this triangle to memorize all three equations? For example, if we need to find the distance, we can just hide the distance. We hide the D, and then we have speed and time. They are in the same level, so they are doing multiplications. So speed times time. Or if we need to find the speed, we can just cover the speed. And then distance is on top of the t. So we can see it as the fraction. So distance divided by the time, we can get the speed. So that's how we can memorize all three equations from this single triangle. Now by understanding this, let's move on to the question itself. So let's read the question first. So Gopal took 40 minutes to complete a journey that has average speed of 72 kilometers every hour. So what is the distance he traveled? Now this question is asking for what? The distance. So how can we get the distance? Yes, from the equation we know distance equals to speed times time. So what do we know about speed and time inside this question? So we have 40 minutes, that is the time, and we have 72 kilometers every hour, that is the speed. So does it simply mean that we can multiply them together to give us the distance? Oh, answer is no. And why is it? Because see, the time here is in unit of minutes. But for the speed, what's it in unit of? Kilometers every hour instead of every minute. So what should be the first step we are doing? Yes, very good. We can actually transfer the minutes into hours for transfer the hour into minutes. So let's do it the first way. So 40 minutes, how can transfer into hours? See, 1 hour we have how many minutes? 60 minutes. So in that case, 1 minute refers to what fraction of an hour? 1 over 60. How about 40 minutes? Yes, it should be nothing but 40 over 60. And in that case, we can just equals to 2 over 3 hours. So transfer from minutes into hours, we can just using the number of minutes divided by 60 and give us 2 over 3 hours. Now we have them in the same units, and let's do the calculation here. So distance will be equals to 2 over 3 times 72, which is time times the distance, the speed, and give us the distance equals to 48 kilometers. Now we have solved this question, and it's considered as very simple question. And moving on, let's do the summarize for this video. So at the beginning, we are talking about the travel problems. So the first thing about this question for travel problem is what we're doing about the units. Yes, we need to convert the unit first. It's either convert minutes into hours or convert hours into minutes. And then secondly, we learn this equation. Speed times time equals to distance. And actually, we can, by using any of the two values, we can get the third one is what we call as no 2 get 1. So in that case, that's it for this video. So if you want to learn more about PSLE, you can try to scan this QR code to join our study group. And I will see you in our next video. Bye!